Welcome back to Arc Salt Lake. We want to talk about this right now. 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard has not been confirmed seen in over a year. And there is some renewed interest in this case from Santa Barbara, California authorities since the girl was with her mother to register for an independent study program in August. She might be with her mother, Ashley Buzzard, but she is not cooperating with authorities. For more on the latest in this case, this is Ann Emerson of Criminally Obsessed. She is joining us this morning. Ann, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, this case about Melodee Buzzard really has the community up in Lompoc, California, where she's from, so upset right now.
Yeah, so give us the background on this. When did she first disappear and what were the circumstances?
Well, it sounds like she has been, to some degree, possibly estranged from her family, which has made it very difficult to kind of track the latest of what was going on with her. But things got very concerning, I think, when basically the school triggered this alarm and said, we don't know where Melodee Buzzard is. We have not had her in our classes. She was supposed to register for homeschool. She didn't. And basically no one had reported her missing for close to a year, as you said. Now, what we're just learning now is that the FBI has joined in, FBI out of Los Angeles has joined in, and they do think that a car that the mom might have rented, a Malibu Chevrolet, a white one, had been traveling with her and they think Melodee up from the Lompoc area all the way up into the Nebraska area, which would be like 1,500 miles. So the concern is palpable up in this area right now. Everybody is looking for her, and they're asking if there's anybody that knows anything to please reach out to the FBI or the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office.
Okay, so we've heard that the mother is not cooperating. Does that mean that the authorities are in connection with the mother, but they haven't been able to see the girl?
That's the scariest part, isn't it? Because they say that they have reached out to the mom, Ashley Buzzard, and they're saying that she is uncooperative, which means she is not talking to authorities about what she may or may not know. And that has raised alarm bells across the community as well in the Lompoc area. And we've even seen across media reports that they're outside her house and they've had signs up saying, "Where is Melodee?" We've seen other media reports of family members coming forward and saying, please, begging the mom to come forward and say anything that she possibly can to help with the investigation. But of course, another really strange thing about this too is that the pictures we have of Melodee seem to be very dated. There doesn't seem to be any recent pictures of this young girl. So she's 9 years old, but the pictures we've seen of her are 7 years old.
Okay, and maybe you already went over this one, but what about the reports that Melodee was with her mom on October 7th? Were there specific sightings?
That's exactly. This is this time with this white Malibu Chevrolet that allegedly her mom had rented. They're saying that between October 7th and October 14th, this is the new information that's coming out right now, that there were multiple possible sightings of them driving out of state, possibly as far as Nebraska. And they're hoping that someone somewhere along that line could have had any contact with them and may know more than they know right now about Melodee's whereabouts. So October 7th to October 14th of this year are those times that are critical, that they try and find out where she could possibly be.
Okay, talk to me about how some family members feel that Melodee is being kept away from them, essentially.
And this estrangement, it has raised a lot of questions about a couple of things. One is there's a lot of questions right now around the mental health and the stability of the mom that have been raised by family members trying to understand why they haven't been able to see her. There's a lot of questions also because this little girl was supposed to be registered in a homeschool program. So, and that's what had triggered this report to the police saying that they hadn't had any communication with her in over a year. So there was not only on the family side, but also on the community side that they weren't able to really put eyes on Melodee. And I think that this is one of those stories that as it gets out there and people really start paying attention to the details, we're going to hear, hopefully, people coming forward and saying, here's why, here's where she might be. I feel like there's a lot of holes in this story right now that need to have people come forward and tell us where they last saw Melodee.
Which agencies are involved in searching? Is the FBI perhaps involved, or what other local agencies?
They are. FBI says that they are now assisting. They've got a major branch out of Los Angeles, of course, which is just south of the Santa Barbara area. So they're able to come in and assist the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office. And the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, as well as the FBI in Los Angeles, are staying in touch with people through social media and really putting out the word. If you hear anything, they're saying you can reach the FBI 24 hours a day. Just call 1-800-CALL-FBI. So they've been opening up their tip lines, and they're hoping that this is going to really bring out some good new leads about where Melodee could be. But of course, it's very concerning when the authorities say that the mom is just not cooperating.
Okay, Ann, tell us where we can find out more about this and perhaps other cases that you have been covering.
Yes, so Criminally Obsessed is where you need to go to get all of your latest information, all of the stories that you've been obsessing about and wanting to know more details. We're on all social media platforms with Criminally Obsessed. I have a new daily show on Criminally Obsessed on YouTube that you must check out. These are some stories that we can do a little deeper dives into. But Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere that you're getting your social media, you're going to find Criminally Obsessed.
Okay. Ann Emerson, thank you so much for joining us this morning.